Tackles, touchdowns. Sports Extra on News 3 starts right now.
Welcome into a new playoff edition of Sports Extra. I'm Jake Siegel.
And I'm Danny Valle. Good morning. We are in the Sweet 16. 8 area teams looking to stay alive.
Yeah, Danny, but all of them hitting the road except for one, and all of them looking to clinch a spot in next week's quarterfinals. Well,
that includes the only unbeaten team in our region. Of course, I'm talking about the Benton Rangers. It was showtime in Ranger country, hosting the Monticello Sages. Benton, they got an interception on the Sages' opening drive. A few plays later, here's Keegan Glover, the quarterback, punching it in for the score, 7-0 Rangers. 2 drives later, the Sages inside their own 2 after a punt. No problem for quarterback Joey Sprinkle. Airs it out to his man, Peyton Scott, takes it all the way, 98 yards to the house. They missed the extra point, though. It's 7-6. Second quarter, Benton up 14-6. Sages looking to cut into the lead. Sprinkle throwing left, but there's Glover picking it off. He'd bring it about 13 yards. Very next play, Glover, he's going to find his favorite target, Reed Baumgarte, all alone, downfield, 73 yards for the score. And Benton never looked back. They win this one by a final of 42-12. They'll head on the road next Saturday to play Mount Carmel.
Anytime you can score 42 points against a well-coached, very well-coached and fast team like Monticello, you got to be proud and you got to tip your hat to those seniors. You know, there's 17 kids there, and they went out there and laid it all on the line today.
Just a great job to the O-line today. I mean, that's all I can really say. We ran the ball, we threw the ball. I had all day back there, so that game was determined by the line, and they did just that.
We ain't done nothing. We haven't done anything yet. We still got more games to play, and we got a long way to go.
All right, Reed, I see you there. Benton fans will have at least one more game to see the Glover-Baumgarte connection, and it'll go down as the greatest tandem in school history. Here's why. Yesterday, Glover broke the school's career record for passing yards, connecting on 17 passes for 290 yards and throwing 4 touchdowns. Baumgarte, on the other hand, he caught 6 catches for 158 yards and 3 scores. The wideout set school records for career touchdown catches and receiving yards in a season. Congratulations to Keegan and Reed. All right, Jake, let's flip over to Class 4A.
Danny, coming into the week, Marion head coach Kerry Martin said in order to beat Mascoutah, his team would need to win in all 3 phases of the game. So the question is, would they be able to do that on Saturday? The Indians and Wildcats playing for a spot in that quarterfinal round. Marion with the ball. Evan Noel going to hit Jake Bruce, but Alan Middleton going to strip Bruce of the football right here. The pop out, and Mascoutah going to recover that ball. But the Indians could not capitalize on that turnover, so Marion quarterback Brody Lawson going to get it, and he's going to keep it, punching it in for the 1-yard score. Marion gets on the board first. On the Mascoutah's ensuing drive, Vincent Newsom, a name to watch, going to step in front of this pass right here. And Danny, he's not coming back.
Oh, look at that. Nice pick 6 all the way downfield.
And suddenly it's a 15-0 game early in the second quarter. And Marion, this time, Noel going to find Newsom on the offensive side of the board. This is going to put Marion up 22-0 in the second half, and they led 30-0 at the break. The Wildcats did not let up. Marion heading to the Elite 8. They win big, 51-21 the final.
A couple scramble throws for big yardage, you know, and that's you know when your offensive line is doing a really good job of buying time and the receivers are working to get open, and I just thought Evan did a good job of reading his progression and finding the open man. But I know we were scoring quick. I know we were hitting some big throws, and you know you practice things, you draw things up, and you envision those things working, and a lot of times they don't. And I love to watch these guys execute what we practiced during the week, and Evan just made a couple of great reads.
Next up, Carterville trying to put Freeburg on upset alert. The Lions up 14-7 in the second quarter. Freeburg quarterback Landon Funderburg going to connect with Eli Horner on a sluggo. For those of you at home, that's a slant and go, and Horner goes deep into the Carterville red zone. 3 plays later, Ethan Williams gets the carry, bounces to the outside, and stretches in for the score right there. This evens the game up at 14 in the second quarter. So Carterville down by 3 at the half. Lions quarterback Andre Helregal going to hit Nolan Hartford, and he's going to run right past the Freeburg defense untouched. The Lions go back on top 21-17. Later, Freeburg trying to get back some momentum in this game. Funderburg going to overthrow his target and lands into the arms of Nolan Hartford for the pick, but Carterville unable to hang on in this one as Freeburg storms all the way back to take this one 37-21 the final. Certainly a good season for the Lions, but has to come to an end.
Well, let's see if the Johnston City Indians could fare better. They made the trip west to face the Breeze Mater Dei Knights, both teams coming off lopsided wins in round one. First quarter, first score coming from the hometown Knights. Quarterback Bryce Reverman finds Cameron Hogg, who gets the catch, makes the spin, avoids the defender, 35 yards for the score. Pretty nifty there, yeah. A little later, Indians quarterback Heath Nibbs, well, he's going to try and get the offense moving, but he's going to make this pass, and it deflects off one of his guys, and it's picked off. That puts Mater Dei in good field position, and the Knights would cash in. A leaping grab for the Knights' Dalton Marcus. That's a touchdown. Mater Dei up 14-zip. It was all Knights in this one, Jay, cutting up the Indian defense. And Jay, Napavanis' 6-yard score made it 21-0. Johnston City would get its first score from an Austin Brown run in the closing minutes of the first half, but by then it was too little too late. The Knights end the Indian season 49-22, the final.
All right, Murphysboro and Breeze Central going at it. Breeze, the heavy favorites in this game. The second half starting with a turnover. Check it out right here. Carmelo Abernathy for the Red Devils makes a nice play on the football, and suddenly this would set up their running back, Devin Clemens, for a 1-yard score coming up. Danny, beautiful return right here.
Oh, yeah, and smart to get over there on the outside. I know you're trying to get the score, but when you don't got that room, you just got to get it out.
That's right. The handoff is good for the score, so we're all even at 21. Breeze now with it inside their 1-yard line. A name to watch, Miguel Velasquez, going to earn the score right here. Cougars go ahead 28-21. Number 28 getting in for 6. Later on, the Cougars with it again, and Danny, it's the exact same play call.
Yes, it is.
Give the ball to Velasquez. Another powerful run pushes the Cougars into the end zone. Breeze Central hammering Murphysboro by 20, 48-28, the final score.
Took care of business in Bismarck. They knocked off the undefeated Blue Devils 33-26. The Hornets are on the road next week to play Pana. Cecil Waltonville made the trip to Athens, but unfortunately the Warriors ended the Red Devils season 57-28, the final. No Class 1A teams will reach the Elite 8 from Southern Illinois. And in Williamsville, the Fairfield Mules took on the Bullets. The Mules season ends with a 35-16 loss.
So lots of great high school action. We turn now to the college scene. SIU back at home after falling to Northern Iowa last week. The Salukis holding Military Appreciation and Blackout Cancer Day, hoping to send the Saluki faithful home with a victory. A win puts the Salukis at 7-2. We start in the first quarter. Missouri State with the football. Quarterback Jason Shelley going to avoid a big pass rush, and he takes off for a 20-yard score. Bears on top 7-0 early. SIU replies. Nick Baker finds a wide open Justin Strong, and I mean wide open, for a 17-yard score. We're all even at 7. The Salukis led by 3 at the break. Second half action now. Shelley running the play action to perfection. It's good for 6. Missouri State up 17-13. Then after another Bears score, Kevin Latulas takes the carry, and Danny, it's a house call. 87 yards down the sideline. Missouri State would lead 31-13.
God, they were all legs on Saturday, weren't they?
Yeah, they were early. They were good, but SIU not going down without a fight. Nick Baker connects with Isaiah Hartrup for that 19-yard touchdown. It's a 31-20 game. Missouri State responds with the dagger. Shelley finds Tyrone Scott, who does some great work here after the catch. And he's into the end zone. It would be a 38-20 Bears in favor of them. And for SIU, it's just too little too late. The Salukis drop this one 38-28 the final. And for the first time all year, SIU suffers back-to-back losses. And as you can imagine, the feeling not so great following that outcome.
Pretty awful, especially with what today represents. And in front of our home crowd like that, it's a pretty awful feeling walking off the field with a loss.
We've got 2 games left, and we've got to find a way to come back in here and have another good week of practice and go and get back in the win column.
All right, next up for SIU, a trip to Indiana 1 week from Saturday to visit Indiana State. Kickoff is set for noon.
And that's all the time we have on this edition of Sports Extra. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same place. We had a lot of fun here, Jake. I'm Danny Valle.
We really did. We'll, of course, tell you which area teams are still in the chase for a state championship run. Plus, we'll see if the Salukis can finally bounce back. I'm Jake Siegel. Have a great day, everyone.